CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales? So this story is like back in October 1995, I think I can remember that. So anyway, in the early 90s, that's when I sort of came across music through a really good friend of mine, John Jones, Cookie. Yeah, I think I was sort of just a lost. Don't know. I think I needed something to take me away from trouble. You know what I mean? Like, music was the remedy. Yeah. So when Cook introduced me to rock and roll, yeah. Anyway, so this story, right? So this story is about the first time that I met Noel Gallagher. Well, I say the first time. I've only met him about 3 times in my whole life. So it was a Saturday in October '95, and we decided that because we was all like getting into the whole scene, you know what I mean, becoming little mods. So Cookie and his cousin Grant were going down the West End to visit Carnaby Street. So me and my pal from school, Wesley Bond, decided to tag along. So the 4 of us went down Carnaby Street. We was there for the day, just popping in and out of Merc and Sherry's and Ben Sherman and all the other little things around Carnaby Street, all the little moddy things. And then after we'd been down there a couple of hours, before we was going to come home, we decided we'd go through the back doubles up onto Oxford Street and visit HMV, because at the end of the day it's all about the music, innit? And we needed to take some new music home with us, so we went up onto Oxford Street and went into the big flagship HMV store. We was looking around at I don't know what we was looking at that time, and then I see Cook's face was a bit like, I don't know what, baffled. I don't know. So I sort of said to him, like, what's happening? You alright? And he's like, Noel Gallagher is standing over there. And I was like, Noel Gallagher, what? And obviously, like, I was new to the whole thing, you know what I mean, Oasis, and so I was a bit taken aback. But Cook was over there, like, without saying anything, with Grant close behind him, and yeah, they went over to Noel, and me and Wesley sort of potted after them, and then like they was chatting away to Noel. I was too, like, I don't know, I was just standing there looking at them. I weren't really saying anything. I was just like standing there, and Wesley sort of standing there like in his new Crombie overcoat that he's bought from Carnaby Street, and he's like, who's this tramp? Because like Noel was sort of dressed in like some sort of cowboy boots and blue jeans and like a fur jacket, and he had no top on underneath the jacket. He just had like a big silver cross round his neck, and you could tell that he was like out of his nut, and probably been up all night, just come out of a nightclub or something, and he's in HMV. So anyway, so Cook's like, all right, so what are you doing here, Noel? And I was like, oh, well, I'm here looking for the album of this new band that I like, and we was sort of interested to know what it was. And he said it's a band from Liverpool called Cast, and we was like, all right. And anyway, he found the album, and like I think we got autographs or whatever. No pictures, because we didn't have like camera phones and that at that time. Yeah, but so lovely geezer, you know what I mean? Like, and then he just left us, went over to the till, paid for his album, and left. So then we're standing there like where he got the album from, and we're all like, right. So me, Grant, and Cook all picked a copy of the album up. I don't think Wesley was that interested, really, you know what I mean? He was just like, yeah. So we went to the till, obviously waited for Noel to leave HMV before we potted up to the till behind him and all bought the same album that he just bought. But yeah, that was how I was introduced to Cast, and like Cast are still to this day, along with Oasis, one of my top 5 bands. I've seen Cast probably a couple of times more than I've seen Oasis, but I'd say I've seen Oasis a good 17, 18 times, and maybe seen Cast 20 times. A little bit easier to get tickets for Cast, and they're still kicking about now as well. So yeah, but yeah, I remember we walked to the C2 bus stop and got the bus back to Kentish Town, and went into Ingester Road where all our other pals were, and we was like, yeah, we got the new band, this cast, yeah, the new band. And then like we found out that John Powers come out of the Lars, and do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, so that was a little bit of history, meeting Noel and him putting us onto Cast. Yeah. So yeah, top stuff.
CHAP tales, don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales?